In a world consumed by distractions and mediocrity, there is a path that only the bold dare to walk. A path that demands strength, clarity, and an unwavering commitment to greatness. On this journey, you will challenge your limits, confront your fears, and redefine what it means to truly live. This is not just a call to action, it is a call to awaken the fire within you. Are you ready to embrace the challenge? Then step forward, for today is the day that changes everything. So, let's begin. The world owes you nothing, and therein lies its profound beauty. It stands before you, indifferent, vast, and unyielding, a terrain neither cruel nor kind, but simply there. It does not bend to your desires, nor does it carve shortcuts for your ease. This is not despair, this is freedom. For in this indifference lies the spark of your own power. You who dare to walk forward, who refuse to cower in the face of obstacles, understand this. The path is not made smooth for the timid. It is carved by those who press against resistance, who confront the immovable and make it yield. To seek the easy road is to betray yourself. To rise against what stands in your way is to truly become. Each obstacle, every trial, is a mirror, held up to your will. Will you falter, or will you emerge sharper, brighter, forged in the fire of opposition? The world does not conspire against you, it tests you. And in that test it offers you its most vital gift, the chance to grow, to overcome, to become more than you were the moment before. Do not shrink from this challenge. Step into it, step through it. The only way forward is through. Recognize your uniqueness. Become what the world has never seen. You are not an accident, nor a mere flicker of chance in an indifferent cosmos. You are a singular force, unrepeatable, unmatched, carrying within you a spark that no one before you has held and no one after you ever will. The world may not yet know what you are, but that is precisely why you must unveil it. You are not bound by the molds of others. To imitate is to deny the essence of your being, to betray the extraordinary that lies within. The world clamors for the familiar, but it is the unfamiliar that shakes it awake. You are that unfamiliar, a creation yet to reveal itself, a question yet to be answered, a force yet to be unleashed. Dare to believe that you have something no one else can offer, for you do. It is not arrogance, it is truth. The world has seen much, but it has not seen you. Whatever you choose to give, to create, to become, it will be yours alone, born of your singular existence. Do not fear your uniqueness. Embrace it. Nurture it. Let it roar, let it whisper, let it do whatever it must to reshape the space you inhabit. For only in recognizing your own rarity will you truly begin to live as the creator you were meant to be. Stop waiting for approval. Crown yourself the judge of your worth. Why do you linger in the shadows of others' opinions, as if their fleeting judgments could grant you the essence of who you are? To live by the approval of another is to wear chains forged by hands that do not know your soul. What value does the applause of the crowd hold if it silences the voice within you? You are not a canvas for others to paint upon, nor clay to be molded by their whims. You are the artist, the sculptor, the architect of your own being. Waiting for the world's yes is a slow death, a surrender of your power, your vision, your truth. Their approval is a mirage, shifting and fragile, and yet you chase it as if it could make you whole. But hear this, the only yes that matters is your own. It is stronger than the cheers of thousands, more enduring than the fleeting praise of the masses. When you say yes to yourself, you step into the role of creator, no longer a reflection of others, but a light of your own making. Do not seek permission to exist fully, to create boldly, to defy the expectations that cage you. Grant yourself that permission. Walk with the confidence of one who knows their worth is not up for debate. Let the world witness. Let it resist. Let it misunderstand. None of it matters. For when you declare your own value, you become untouchable. You become free. Master your thoughts. Command the realm of ideas. The world bows to ideas. Every empire, every revolution, every leap of human greatness began as a thought, sharp, clear, unyielding. Yet how many minds waste away, tangled in the thorns of doubt, scattered by the winds of chaos, enslaved by weakness, masquerading as humility. To rule yourself, to carve your path, you must first seize the throne of your own mind. Your thoughts are not passive whispers. They are the architects of your reality. Weakness in thought breeds weakness in action. Chaos in the mind spills into the world. To allow doubt to fester is to poison the well of your potential. What you think, you become. And if your thoughts are ruled by fear, then you will be ruled by fear. Rid yourself of this disease. Cast out the clutter, the hesitation, the mental noise that drowns your purpose. Replace them with intentions so sharp it cuts through the fog. To doubt is human, yes, but to let doubt govern you is to deny your power. You were not born to cower before your thoughts. You were born to command them. Think with precision. Act with conviction. Let your mind be a fortress, impenetrable and resolute. For when you master your thoughts, you master the world itself. Ideas become your weapons, your tools, your torch in the dark. And with them, you do not merely survive, you conquer. Create your philosophy. Write the book of your existence. You are not a page in someone else's story. You are not a footnote to their rules, their doctrines, their truths. To follow blindly is to betray the fire within you, the spark that demands you carve your own path. The world is filled with borrowed principles, handed down and worn thin, yet they were never meant to fit you. Why would you live by someone else's map when your journey leads where no one has gone? Dare to write your own book of being. Let every line bear the weight of your struggle, your victories, your revelations. Do not copy. To copy is to erase yourself. Each word must be yours, born of the depths of your experience and the heights of your ambition. You are not here to mimic the philosophies of the dead. You are here to create a philosophy that is alive, pulsing with the rhythm of your life. This is not a task for the faint of heart. It requires courage to reject the comfortable lies of tradition, to stand naked before the unknown and declare, "I will decide who I am." The world will resist you. It will demand that you conform, that you submit, that you silence the voice within. Do not yield. The price of conformity is your soul. Forge your principles in the fire of your will. Let them be as unshakable as mountains, yet as fluid as rivers, adapting as you grow. Your philosophy is not a cage. It is the wings that will carry you above the mediocrity of a borrowed existence. To create your own truth is the highest act of freedom and the greatest gift you can give to the world. Overcome the fear of failure. Transform defeat into your greatest ally. Failure is not your enemy. It is not the shadow that haunts you, nor the abyss that swallows you whole. Failure is the fire in which you are forged, the crucible that tempers your resolve. To fear it is to fear growth itself. For every misstep, every fall, is a step closer to becoming what you are meant to be. The world has lied to you, whispering that failure is shame, that it is the mark of the unworthy. But the truth is far more profound. Failure is the teacher. The bold embrace and the timid avoid. It strips away illusions, forces you to confront your weaknesses, and shows you the raw, unpolished truth of yourself. There is no progress without it, no ascent without the risk of falling. Do not shrink from failure. Stand tall and let it come. Each defeat is a step carved into the mountain you climb. Each stumble sharpens your skills, strengthens your spirit, and refines your vision. Only those who refuse to rise after falling are defeated. You, however, are not of their kind. You are the one who rises, who learns, who presses on. Your fear of failure is a cage, but you hold the key. Break free and see failure for what it truly is, a mirror reflecting your untapped potential, a ladder reaching toward the heights of your ambition. In every fall, there is the seed of triumph. Water it with your courage and let it grow. For it is through failure, and only through failure, that you will find the path to greatness. Set ambitious goals. Dare to desire the impossible. Do not chain your dreams to the ground, nor shrink them to fit the narrow vision of the ordinary. The impossible is not your enemy. It is your challenge, your horizon, the fire that calls you forward. To aim low is to betray your potential, to deny the vastness of what you could become. The world has never been moved by the timid. It is the bold, the audacious, the so-called mad who reshape it. Every great achievement was once a whisper of madness, dismissed by those who could not see beyond their own fear. The impossible is merely the untried, the unproven. It is the realm of those brave enough to reach beyond the safe, the certain, the comfortable. To desire the impossible is not arrogance. It is a declaration of life's purpose, to create, to transcend, to become. You must summon the courage to dream without limits. Let your goals be so vast, so daring, that they terrify you. For in that terror lies the spark of transformation. To wish for what is already within reach is to remain stagnant. To desire what lies beyond your grasp is to stretch, to grow, to ascend. Do not fear failure on this path, for it is the price of greatness. Do not fear ridicule, for the voices of the small cannot touch the heights you aim for. Fear only this, that you might one day look back and realize you did not dare enough, that you allowed the world to tame your ambition. Lift your eyes to the impossible and make it your compass. Dream as though the world itself depends on your vision, because perhaps it does. And when you dare to pursue what others call madness, you will find that it is not the impossible you conquer, it is yourself. Learn from the past, but live for the future. The past is not a prison unless you allow it to be. It is not a chain around your neck, but a forge, shaping the steel of your will. Your mistakes, your failures, your regrets, they are not burdens to carry, but tools to wield. To dwell endlessly on what has been is to abandon what could be, to let the shadows of yesterday eclipse the light of tomorrow. The past holds lessons, yes, but it is not a home. You were not meant to linger there, replaying your errors as if they define you. They do not. Your mistakes are not verdicts, they are teachers. Each misstep, each wound is a map, tracing the contours of your growth, pointing to the heights you have yet to climb. But only if you dare to look forward. The future is where your power lies. It is unwritten, unclaimed, waiting for your hand to shape it. To live for the future is to rise above the weight of what has been, to take the raw material of the past and burn it into fuel. It is to say, I am not the sum of my failures. I am the architect of what comes next. Do not let the ghosts of yesterday hold you back. Face them, learn from them, and let them fade. Your gaze must be fixed ahead, your steps driving forward. The past may have scarred you, but those scars are not chains. They are proof that you have endured, that you are capable of more. Seize the future with the fire of one who knows that the past has no claim on them. Live for what you can create, for what you can become. And when the weight of yesterday threatens to pull you down, remember, the future does not wait for those who hesitate. It belongs to those who dare. Seek conflict, not comfort. The easy path is the road to mediocrity, where the weak tread and the unremarkable fade into the background. Comfort lulls you into complacency, dulling the edge of your will, numbing the fire within you. It is a slow death, a surrender to the ordinary. But greatness does not dwell in the soft embrace of ease. Greatness is born in the crucible of struggle. In the clash of forces, in the breaking and remaking of the self, do not seek the calm, seek the storm, seek the friction, the challenge, the discomfort that forces you to rise. It is in the tension between who you are and who you could be that the greatest strength is forged. The pain, the exhaustion, the failure, they are not the enemy. They are the tools that carve you into something stronger, something more. Each conflict, each challenge is an opportunity to transcend. The world's most powerful forces are not born in peace, but in struggle. The mountains are not scaled by those who fear the climb, nor are the oceans crossed by those who dread the storm. To confront conflict is to embrace the essence of life itself, the will to overcome, to grow, to become more than you ever imagined. Do not fear the hardship. It is your ally, your crucible, your teacher. For only in the furnace of adversity does the purest strength emerge. To seek comfort is to surrender to mediocrity. To seek conflict is to ascend. And in that ascent you will find a power that cannot be matched. Develop discipline, not motivation. Motivation is a fleeting spark, bright, intense, and gone before you can fully grasp it. It comes like a wave, crashing upon you with force, only to recede when the tide of enthusiasm ebbs. It is a temporary illusion, a fleeting moment of energy that cannot sustain you. Motivation burns brightly, but it is the steady flame of discipline that endures. Discipline does not bow to the whims of emotion. It does not depend on how you feel in a given moment. Discipline is the force that compels you to act, even when the fire of motivation has died. It is the commitment to move forward, to do what must be done, regardless of how tired, how reluctant, or how apathetic you may feel. Discipline is not a choice. It is the foundation on which greatness is built. When the world tells you to rest, when the easy path calls your name, discipline whispers, keep going. It does not ask for permission. It is the silent ruler of those who achieve, the unseen hand that drives you forward when nothing else remains. The successful do not rely on the whims of inspiration. They rely on the quiet, unyielding force of habit and will. It is not enough to feel the rush of motivation. You must learn to do what must be done when the desire fades, when the excitement wanes. This is the true test of strength. To be disciplined is to claim power over your own fate, to shape your future regardless of the distractions, the doubts, or the fatigue that may arise. Motivation will come and go, but discipline remains. Cultivate it, and it will carry you through the storms, the failures, and the moments of weakness. For it is discipline that will transform you, that will forge greatness in the face of mediocrity. And when the external world falters, you will remain unshaken, unyielding, unstoppable. See, life is a game. Why take life so seriously when it is but a fleeting moment in the vastness of existence? The weight we place upon every choice, every misstep, every obstacle. Why do we allow ourselves to be crushed under the illusion that life must be a constant struggle for meaning? Life is not a solemn trial. It is a game, a challenge to those who are willing to laugh in the face of difficulty and mock the very forces that seek to bind them. The victorious are not those who cling to the past, who tremble before the future. No, the true conquerors are those who recognize the absurdity of it all and find joy in the chaos. To laugh is to transcend, to free oneself from the chains of seriousness. It is the response of the strong, the free, the ones who know that they are not defined by what happens to them, but by how they choose to respond. Those who win at life are not those who avoid the hard paths, but those who, when faced with adversity, smile, dance, and keep moving forward. They understand that the game is not to be won by force alone, but by wit, by joy, by the ability to embrace the unpredictable and turn it to their advantage. Life will throw its challenges at you. Yes, it will test you, break you, and bend you. But the true strength lies in your ability to see it all as a jest, to laugh at the very forces that try to break you, and to rise each time stronger, wiser, and more determined. Do not take life too seriously. The moment you do, you surrender to its gravity. Instead, laugh, mock, and play. The game is not about winning by any means necessary. It is about enjoying the play itself. And in that enjoyment, you will find your victory, not in the outcome, but in the very act of living. Learn to say no to weakness. Weakness is the quiet whisper that speaks to you in moments of fatigue, the voice that tells you to rest, to surrender, to retreat. It is the comfort of mediocrity, the easy path that promises relief but delivers nothing but stagnation. Each time you listen to that voice, you lose a part of yourself. But each time you reject it, you forge a new strength within you, one that will carry you further than you ever thought possible. The battle is not against the world, not against others, but against yourself. It is the struggle between who you are now and who you could become. Weakness will always be there, lurking in the corners of your mind, waiting for the moment you falter. But you must not yield. For every time you deny weakness, you build the very foundation of your power. Victory is not a moment of triumph in the world outside. It is the quiet, unseen triumph within, the moment when you choose to push forward despite the pull of comfort, despite the temptation to give in. The strength you cultivate in these moments does not fade. It grows, it expands, it becomes a part of you, shaping the person you are becoming. Do not mistake weakness for rest. Rest is earned, but surrender is a choice. Every time you say no to the call of weakness, you claim your power. You transcend the limits that seek to bind you. You rise above the noise, the doubt, the fear. To become stronger, you must learn to resist the easy path. You must learn to say no to the voice that seeks to keep you small, to hold you back. For in that rejection lies your true strength, and each victory over weakness becomes a stepping stone to a life without limits. Do not fear solitude. Solitude is not a prison, it is a sanctuary. In the silence you do not lose yourself, you find yourself. The world is loud, its voice is incessant, demanding your attention, your energy, your time. But it is in the stillness that the most profound thoughts take shape, that true understanding emerges. In the solitude, when the noise of others fades, you are left alone with your own mind. And it is here, in the quiet, that the seeds of greatness are sown. Fear not the empty hours, for they are the moments in which your soul can speak, unburdened by the expectations of the world. The world tells you to seek constant company, to fill every void with sound, with distraction. But it is in the void itself, in the space between thoughts, that the most brilliant ideas take root. In solitude, you confront your own mind, your own desires, your own truth. To be your own companion is not a weakness, but a strength. The greatest minds in history did not find their brilliance in the crowded halls of others' opinions. They found it in the quiet moments, in the stillness of their own thoughts. You too must learn to embrace these moments of aloneness, for it is there that you will learn to hear your true voice, separate from the cacophony of the world. Do not fear the silence. It is not loneliness, it is freedom. The moment you are comfortable in your own company, the moment you can sit in stillness and find peace, you will discover the depths of your own potential. You will realize that you do not need the validation of others to shape your path. You are your own greatest ally. And in the quiet, you will find the wisdom to navigate the chaos of the world. Embrace solitude, for it is in those moments of isolation that you will become truly free. It is where your best ideas will emerge, where your inner strength will be forged, and where you will learn to stand strong in your own power. Gather an army of like-minded souls. You are not an island, not meant to wander alone in the vast expanse of existence. To rise, to conquer, to transcend the ordinary, you must surround yourself with those who share your vision, those who do. Not see the world as it is, but as it could be. The greatest individuals in history did not stand alone. They stood with others, united by a common purpose, bound by a shared fire. Do not settle for the company of those who drain your energy, who pull you into the depths of mediocrity. Instead, seek those who elevate you, who challenge you, who reflect. Back to you the potential you may not yet see in yourself. Like mirrors, they will show you your strengths, your weaknesses, and the path you must walk. They will be your allies, your partners in the fight for greatness. To build an empire, you need more than just followers. You need those who can stand beside you, who can think as you think, dream as you dream, and act with the same intensity. These individuals will be the stones in the foundation of your success, the ones who push you to be greater, to aim higher, to never settle. They will not bow to the limitations of the world. They will break through them with you. In the company of the strong, you will become stronger. In the company of the wise, you will become wiser. And in the company of those who dare to dream. As you do, you will find the courage to chase those dreams with unwavering conviction. Together you will rise. Together you will change the world. Build your army of like-minded souls. Let them be your partners in this grand game of life. Your mirrors that reflect back your highest self. Your allies who will fight by your side. For alone you are strong, but together you are unstoppable. Live as if today is your last. You are a fleeting moment in the eternal flow of time, a spark that burns bright and fast, destined to fade. This truth should not terrify you, it should embolden you. For in knowing that your time is limited, you unlock the power to live fully, to breathe life into every action, to make each step count. Live as if today is your last, and you will see the world transform before your eyes. When you know the end is near, every breath becomes precious, every word carries weight, every action becomes a declaration of your existence. No longer will you waste time on trivialities, on things that do not matter. You will no longer wait for the right moment, for the conditions to be perfect. You will create your own moments, your own conditions, and you will live with a passion that reverberates. Through time itself, the world is full of those who simply exist, who pass through the days without ever truly living. But you are not one of them. You are a force, a catalyst, a being meant to leave a mark on this world, a legacy that endures long after you are gone. The actions you take today will echo through the centuries. The passion you pour into your work, your relationships, and your dreams will be the fire that ignites others long after your flame has burned out. Do not wait for tomorrow. Do not seek the comfort of a future that may never come. Live today as if it is your last, for in that realization you will find the true meaning of life. Not in its length, but in the depth with which you live it. Be unapologetic in your pursuit of greatness, unapologetic in your hunger for life. Leave a legacy that will be remembered for generations, a legacy not built on what you had, but on the fire you lit in the hearts of others. Live with passion, live with purpose, live as though today is your final gift, and in that fierce pursuit, you will carve your name into the eternal fabric of existence.